Every kind of music has to be integrated in one piano, and if we are really correct, this is not possible. You can approach, but this is not possible. And it was shown very purely and very simple with a piano testing, which was done in 2004 at the Paris Opera House, La Bastille. In the Bastille Opera, they set it on the scene, on the major scene, 11 concert grants. But this speaks for the smaller models as well. 11 concert grants being played by the same pianist with the same pieces, and the curtain was closed, and there was a professional jury, and they elected, and they gave points. If you wish, he has it available on a CD-ROM. For us, not to highlight that Steingraeber was the best, it was not the best, because they didn't vote for a best in the second place and the third place. No, they simply said at the end, Steingraeber was the best, was a leader in the, by points in the category from the music from Bach to Mozart to Beethoven. Afterwards, but then I stopped, because then it's more different brands. After Beethoven, the priority was from Schubert on to the colleagues in Vienna, Bösendorfer. And then, for sure, the Bluthner and the Steinway, so the whole representation of the, like Christian correctly said it, the sound of the German romantic or the European romanticism, so the end of the 19th century. Why did Steingraeber did something different? Or why is Steingraeber more old-fashioned? You can say as well, because we are nominated for the first half of these 300 years. So we are old-fashioned. By the way, we were, together with Fazioli and others, nominated for the 20th century as well, but mainly for this classic tone. I don't really know, but we have our heritage, we have our sources, and we kept our heritage since the construction designs of Edward Steingraeber, and he was determined by different surroundings. Then let's stick to Bösendorfer and Bluthner. Bösendorfer in its global music city center, the well-known Musikvereinssaal, one of the best concert halls all over the world, center where everybody meets. Bluthner in Leipzig, Gewandhaus, Opera House, one of the best concert halls of the world. So these two brands, these are only examples, were defined by huge halls, by concert life of this time, and the best pianists coming monthly through these cities, giving recitals and keeping the manufacturers there on the top level of the demand of this time of the late 19th century. Were all the piano construction designs which you know today were concluded. So what you are seeing today and hearing today is mostly by end of the 19th century. The construction design was more or less, the basis was determined. With Steingraeber it was totally different. Steingraeber was is in Bayreuth. We are in a world music center, but opera, Richard Wagner, Franz Liszt. The determination was totally different. There was a demand from the composers. We were supplier of Liszt and Richard Strauss, Engelbert Humperdinck, and these composers of the turn of the century. We were demanded very much for lead pianist, so human voice and piano together. And that's why my predecessors, my great-great-grand-uncle, Edward, and his son George, decided already in 1890 to reduce the sizes of the soundboards, to make strings longer, to change in these times, modern way of piano technology back to the roots. And I decided to maintain that. And that's why we are so different to the other makers. We have the smallest sounding surface combined with the longest strings. All that shouldn't interest you. You should simply hear and decide what's good for me. And that's, I'm coming back to the first phrase, the perfect thing in this house that you then can decide is the Bluthner better for me or the Bluthner or the Steingraeber.